again, everyone. Welcome inside Season 3 of the Adam Jones podcast. Very much in progress, presented by the Baltimore Banner. I'm Jerry Coleman. He's a former 5-time All-Star. He is Adam Jones. And today, AJ, in episode number 85, we'll be joined by the guest we've been hunting. And I use that term on purpose because we've been hunting Nick Markakis for a while. He will join us, the former Orioles great. Adam and I will also recap his trip to Williamsport in the Little League Classic during our For the Birds portion. He's got some souvenirs he'll talk about. And in Baltimore and beyond, we shall find out about Adam's success with the golfing public, a.k.a. golfing with strangers. In addition, we give you a chance to win a $50 gift card from Lido Pizza during Socially Speaking. But as always, we bring in our featured guest sponsored by Jimmy's Famous Seafood. I'll be at Jimmy's Famous Seafood, by the way, before Nick goes into the Orioles Hall of Fame with their former manager, Buck Showalter, on Sunday. Nick, appreciate you being here. As I said, we've been tracking you down for 2 years, and here you are.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
All right, I got to start. I always wondered how you and Adam were so close because to me, you guys have completely different personalities where he wants to talk with everyone and anyone around him, and you not so much.
Me and Jonesy, I think, bonded well because we came up at such a young age together, and we were kind of coming up at 22, 23 years old. That was, considered really young back then. And I think the position we were in, the times that we went through in Baltimore, they were tough. The first 6 years of our career were tough. We were in a tough division, and we went through a lot of tough times together. And when you go through tough times with certain people over and over and over again, I think you develop a certain bond with them and, respect and appreciate them.
My man, it's always good to talk to you. I know you out somewhere relaxing as you should be, but people don't know. We go back to the fall league of 05 when I'm just learning how to play the outfield, and you already are a right fielder, the number one prospect Orioles organization. Taking back to your young days, we were talking about that. We were part of that Orioles rebuild, and man, it was painful. And the Orioles just went through a rebuild now, and you see the progression of those guys. Talking to a young team, what can we tell them about how to just handle the adversity of the game of Major League Baseball?
Everybody wants to be successful, and it's just in their blood. They want to be successful at what they do, and when you choose baseball, I think it's kind of on a different level because of how hard the big game of baseball is, and I'm a firm believer in learning through failure. And when you get, there's certain people that go up and, just bang the whole time, play great defense, and are, Hall of Famers at the end of the career. But they're Hall of Famers for a reason. They're a special person. And unfortunately, not everybody's going to be a Hall of Famer. And the best way to learn is through failure. And, you don't want to go through 6-7 failure years of your first of professional baseball, but we learned a lot from it. Jonesy and I both, we learned a lot from failure, and it made success that much sweeter when you had it. And my message to kids at a young age is experience failure in not just baseball but in life in general. You learn by the decisions you make, you learn by the actions, and you learn from it, you build on it, you become a stronger person. And it's with anything in life. And that would probably be my message as a young kids coming up. Failure is going to happen. It's all about how you deal with it, how you approach it. And it's a bastard failure, but it's also a beautiful thing too. So it's that would be my message.
Nick, how much baseball at the major league level are you watching these days? Or maybe you're watching it at different levels. And does that include your former teams or their former players or current players you're keeping an eye on?
I have watched 0 baseball games or full baseball games since I have retired. But on a daily basis, I check box scores. Still guys are playing that I played with in the game. And, I'll always do it because when I was with Braves towards the end of my career, I was old enough to be Albies and Acuna's dad. So I know those kids, and they're going to be in the game for a long time. So I'm going to be out there watching them and supporting them. So I'll always, it's just in me. I check box scores on how guys are doing, standings. I'm a fan, though. I'm a fan now. But, my boys keep me so busy. And in the summertime, doesn't get dark till 9:30. So we're out there pretty much every day till dark with baseball. And, I don't have much time to actually watch games. So but I do keep up. I watch the box scores and keep up with guys.
Well, wait a minute. They don't want to sit there and watch baseball with their dad on television? No?
No, they would. They are full blown baseball boys, and if they can, anytime they have, they're down in the cage hitting, and whether it's wiffle ball out in the driveway with all of them, it's something baseball all the time, and it's fun to be a part of and watch them grow up.
We've been fortunate enough, man, to have good careers, to make a good amount of, we always say, make a good amount of coin or fruit, whatever you want, chicken. But how rewarding is it, though, to be able to grow up with your kids? Our parents sacrificed so much to put us through what they put us through. And now we get to enjoy our kids' sports day in and day out. And how rewarding is that for you? Because I know you're a homebody.
Kids, it's what it's all about. It's what we all, not everybody, but a majority of this world lives for, kids and watching them grow up and guiding them in the right direction. And, that's why I wanted kids at such a young age so they could grow up, see what I did. And then when I do retire, they're still young enough where I can still be part of their lives. And, they're probably in their most important years of their life right now, their teenage years. And, it's good to be here on a daily basis, but we miss so much of their life and early in their life. It's very rewarding to be able to be here on a daily basis for them, pick them up from school, take them to practice. I'm a Uber driver right now, and I got about a little less than a year before my oldest starts driving. So I'm ready for him to start helping out.
I thought you were going to tell us he's 10 minutes away from his next ride being summoned by someone as an Uber driver.
That'd be hilarious. But I want to talk about how important Christina's been to this process. Obviously, met her very young. We all were young. You had kids young, and Mama held down the fort, just like my wife held down the fort. But I want to talk about how important Christina is to the whole process, because again, it's like Jack Harbaugh said last week. The number one thing when it comes to anything in sports and all that stuff is who you marry.
Absolutely, and I look at my wife as one of us, because she is, she may not be there on the field every day and going out there in the batter's box every day, but she's with us. She's with the team. Every home game they're there on a daily basis. They got the kids. They have a very, very tough life for themselves while we're gone. I know they can get all the help in the world, but it's still tough when Dad's not there. It's a different environment, a different atmosphere. So they have just as much credit and she has just as much credit in my career as I do. So yeah, she's done above and beyond things that any husband could ask for to make my life easier and make us players' lives easier, as as strenuous as the schedule is. And they hold things down while we're gone, and they deserve such as much credit as I do in my career, because she's been there the whole time. And minus 2 years, but she's been there. She was there for 14 years and or 13 years. And there's very, very many times that you go through a career and you can't do things without that person you can lean on. And they're a person that we have a strenuous job, man. You know that, Jonesy. It can be very frustrating, and to come home and have things go smoothly at home, it's a testament of your wife, her character, and what she's about, man. And I'm very appreciative for my wife and my career, and probably couldn't have done a lot of things throughout my career without her. So I thank her just as much as anybody.
More coming up on the Adam Jones Podcast, but first a word from our sponsors. The Adam Jones Podcast is brought to you by our friends at the Weinman Company. Everyone knows Greenmount Station in Hampstead, but did you know that at Greenmount Station you can bet 7 days a week just like you're at the track? With in-person teller windows and state-of-the-art touchscreen kiosks. And with Greenmount Station's brand new Bet Park Sportsbook, you can bet on all other sports as well, wherever you are in Maryland. Spreads, money lines, live bets, props, parlays, and teasers. The Bet Parks Maryland mobile app is now live for Apple and Android devices, so you'll never miss your next big score. Just search for BetParks MD in the Apple App Store or on Google Play. And for a limited time, 21 and over Adam Jones podcast listeners can get a $75 gift card to Greenmount Station simply for opening a new account with promo code GMS and a minimum $50 initial deposit. $75 gift card for new users in Maryland only. 21 and over only. Please play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Adam Jones Podcast is brought to you by Jimmy's Famous Seafood, Charm City's favorite crab cake destination. Local sports fan? Experience the ultimate pregame party at the tailgate. Cheer on the Ravens with iconic live performances, an open bar, and mouth-watering eats. Can't make it? No worries. Bring the same food that caught the attention of the Food Network right to your doorstep. Shipping East Coast recipes nationwide. Jimmy's Famous Seafood is the official sponsor of the guests appearing on the Adam Jones Podcast.
Take me out to the ball game.
Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I never get back.
Marylanders are adding a seventh-inning stretch to their day with fast play home run riches from the Maryland Lottery. You could win a progressive jackpot instantly and enter to win cash for Orioles home runs.
It's my new ball game.
Hey, it's savings season at Lido Pizza. 99-cent refreshing iced teas all summer, or $6 calzones every Tuesday. There are tons of new deals and rewards for everyone. Proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles, Baltimore Ravens, and the Adam Jones Podcast. Lido Pizza, a local legend since 1955. Exclusively at LidoPizza.com or on the Lido Pizza app.
Tell us about when you found out, the timing of it all, and do you have a big speech planned for Sunday? I'm going to guess no.
I'm a last minute guy, I think. So I'm going to jot some notes down and go with it. No, I found out, I don't know, a month or two ago. Missed a phone call. Hey, can you call me back? I got some news for you. Ended up being Bill Stetka, and he told me it. And you just sit there and kind of pause for a second, and you kind of take it in and process everything, and you still haven't processed it until it actually happens. So it's an exciting time. It's a nerve-wracking time for me, but I'm looking forward to it.
One thing that's about to happen is it's going to take you down memory lane. It's going to take you to a point where you are back to 22 years old. It's going to some memories, some baby face. You're going to be thinner than you look. The uniform's going to be baggier, and you're going to be able to just be recognized as one of the greatest Orioles of all time. To me, what is your greatest Orioles moment? I have mine for you.
Man, you have so many memories, especially if you have a long enough career. I think, obviously getting in the office and that conversation of, you're going to be with the team. I think that stands out a lot in my memory. But I think one on-field memory is the first time we clinched for playoffs, because you work so hard and you know how hard it is to get to the playoffs. And I just remember standing there on the field, kind of looking up at the scoreboard and kind of embracing that. Finally it's here. And, I think that was the biggest thing.
Mine for you is I finally got to pie you in 14. I always said I couldn't pie you and JJ because I couldn't pie anybody with more service time, but you was holding your baby. You were like, just do it. And I was like, that was my favorite moment. And everyone was obviously us winning Gold Glove together. Like, come on. Not many outfielders win Gold Gloves together. How many outfielders even win it? But to win it together, It was magical. The next year, again, the metrics said I sucked because I missed you.
Nick's silent right now. Nick, that brings me to my next point. It's like, were there ever times in the clubhouse where he was just going on and on and on and maybe asking you a question and that was your response, just complete silence, and you just shake your head?
Many times. Oh, yeah. Majority of the time, you're just sitting there trying to process what the hell he just said. But no, you're around the guys in the clubhouse a long time, and you get to know them. You grow closely to them because really, during the season in spring training, you're around the guys in the clubhouse more than you are around your family. So it's a lot of bonding time together, a lot of good times. There's a lot of bad times, but everything works themselves out for a reason, and that's the course of a season and a career.
I want to ask you about your work ethic and posting, because in today's game, we all know that, guys get days off. They, all sports, there's always relaxation days and all this kind of stuff. Me and you posted. I got it from you. Who did you get that from? Because look, if you look at the numbers in our career, we played in like 95% of the opportune games that we could have.
I had some great guys, some good veterans to follow coming up, Jeff Conine, BJ Surhoff, those types of guys, Miguel Tejada, especially Miguel Tejada. I learned that, at a very, very early age, but they didn't have to influence me too much because, I wanted to be out there every day. I wanted to play. Who likes sitting on the bench? You can't make an impact in the game, sitting on the bench unless you actually get into the game. So it's, I don't know if it was a fear of missing out, but I wanted to be out there every day. I wanted to compete on a daily basis. I wanted to present myself with opportunities on a daily basis because, the more opportunities you have, the more you learn. And I can't remember, I forget, it was an interview or a article about, somebody was interviewing Derek Jeter, and I forget, he maybe had 13, 14, 15 years in there. And at, one point in the article, the interview, he said, he's learning on a daily basis, and he had 15 years in the big leagues. And it's so true, man. It doesn't matter how many years you have, the game of baseball, you can learn something new on a daily basis. And I did. And I love the opportunity of being able to learn on a daily basis. Not saying you can't learn anything from the bench, but what better, experience than live experience and being able to be part of it every day. And I think that's why I wanted to be out there every day, just because if I find something I like and I'm good at it, I'm going to try to be as good as I can be at it.
So, Nick, we lost Peter Angelos this past year back in March. What was your relationship like with the former owner, despite not finishing your career in Baltimore? Anything you want to share? Because it seemed like you guys were close.
We were close, not only, because we were Greek, but, he went through hard times just as much as we did as players. Peter was a very quiet guy. He liked to stay out of, everybody's way. He didn't come to the clubhouse because he felt like he was being in our way and didn't want to, throw us out of our routine and cause commotion. But, one thing that I learned from Peter is Peter was a very, very caring person. He did a lot for other people that a lot of people don't know about. Him and his wife and his family, they very, very generous people. I know they, took a lot of rap over the years about the organization, but ultimately they always wanted what was best for the organization and the fan base. And I know a lot of things don't work out, and that's how you learn. You learn from your failures. But Peter was he wasn't a very hands-on owner, but it wasn't to say he didn't care, because he did care about the team, the organization, the city, the fans, everything. Baltimore, when Peter died, lost a very good human being that day. And I was just blessed to be able to work with him, work for him and the Angelos family. And, it was very, very good memories. I have very, very good memories with Peter and Baltimore throughout my career.
Yeah, what was it like when it came time, though, and you went to the Braves and had to separate yourself from Baltimore? Because a lot of people thought you would finish your career here.
I thought the same thing, but
so did my podcast partner.
It's
business.
It is. It's a business, man, and you have to learn that. And it ultimately came down to what was best for me and my family, and we felt that decision was that. That it is what it is. That's what it basically comes down to. We as players sometimes get treated like robots, and when the time and decision comes to our hands, we have to do what's best for ourselves and our family, and that's basically what it came down to.
You know what? How awesome was that move, though? I mean, for me, it hurt me and hurt the fan base here. But again, that's business. But how awesome was it for you? You basically got to go home. Your parents didn't have to get on a flight anymore. They could take a quick drive to see their grandbabies, and your in-laws, quick coming up from Florida. Like, how awesome was it to, be home? Because I would have loved to play for the Padres if that kind of presented itself.
It's great anytime you can be home and around friends and family, but that comes with its pros and cons. Any way you look at it, but ultimately it's it was awesome. It energized me on a daily basis. I grew up here, so you see people constantly that you haven't seen in years, and what a great organization to play for. I think I can argue that I played for two of the top organizations in Major League Baseball. They both are great in their own aspects, and they both have so much history to their teams and organizations. And be able to go finish out where I grew up in front of fans that I grew up with throughout my career. And like you said, my parents being able to come on a daily basis, it's it was a good way to end my career. And I guess I can say I've been blessed in many ways.
What was your highest moment as an Oriole? And I'm putting you on the spot here, and your lowest low. Anything you recall off the top of your head?
My lowest low? Probably my lowest low was 2006, my rookie year, about halfway through May. I was hitting about 180. 22 years old in the big leagues, not knowing what the hell he was doing. That was probably my lowest low. It wasn't the best of times, but like I said, I learned from it. I learned from my failures. I used my resources. I used my teammates. I used everybody I could to figure it out, and I ended up figuring it out. And after that day, it was constant adjustment from there on out throughout my whole career. And sometimes things click, sometimes they don't.
And the high?
From Orioles career, all the winning and losing, it's your highs and lows. But I think the one thing I could honestly say, both Orioles and Braves organization, I was blessed, honored to play with so many great players and good human beings. Like, people ask me all the time, who was the worst teammate you ever had? I'm like, I look back on it, I'm like, dude, I didn't really have any bad teammates. And, that's a testament to the organization for bringing in the right guys to be able to compete on a daily basis. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but you bring in good players and you make good environments, that helps out a lot. And I think the highest in my career was I was just, it was awesome to be able to play with so many players, play with Hall of Famers, play with guys that played 2 days in the big leagues. But, everybody was great. Everybody was great to me. Everybody's great to my family. And, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Who was the toughest pitcher you faced? Because you played every day, so you got to stay in on all the lefties, the Sabathias, the Sales, the Santanas, the Lirianos.
The toughest, I don't, yeah, there's, playing every day, you face a lot of guys, and, whether you face them 50 times or 2 times, it's a battle on a daily basis. And, I guess the toughest guy on a daily basis was probably John Lester for me. We faced him a lot because we was in a division. We came up right at the same time. And, he's one of those guys you were looking, hey, are we going to miss him or are we getting him? But somehow we always got him. But, he was probably, just because of how many at-bats I got off him, he was probably my toughest. But the one guy I don't think I ever got a hit off of was Casey Fossum. I could not figure out Casey Fossum. I don't know, maybe I have like between 15, 20 at-bats off of him. And I don't even remember hitting the ball hard off of him. He just had that funky delivery, and sometimes it'd be 96, sometimes it'd be 82. I mean, he was tough on me.
Let's tell people about this Rivera story and this bat and your creativity. So we all know Mariano Rivera, obviously just known for his notorious nasty cutter and just saws off people's bats. So what does Nick do? He gets one of his bats, a 34 at the time, and just saws off the bat. Just the handle, probably about this much. Creates his own knob. It's basically all barrel. It's one of those little one-hand bats. And he goes in there, he's like, I'm about to face Rivera. He ain't going to get in on this cutter. The guy takes this little twig up there. I don't even know if it was legal. And gets a double. What made you think of something like that?
I don't know. I don't even know if that's legal, Jonesy.
I hope they don't go back and take the hit away from you, Duh.
Late now.
Mr. 3000, they're going to go back in the books and look at it and take it out.
Because I felt Mariano, everybody's like, hey, I've heard, get off the plate, get on top of the plate. And, most guys are like, hey, get on top of the plate. And I don't know if I'm correct, but I just faced him a bunch. Mariano didn't necessarily pitch to the plate. He pitched to where guys were standing. And he knew if he could start his cutter at a certain spot, it looked good and he would get swings. And I think every now and then, more towards the late of his career, he started doing that backdoor cutter. But he pitched to guys. I don't think he pitched to the plate because he knew how good his cutter was. And for some reason, you look at it from the batter's box, it doesn't look like it moves that much. And you go watch it on film, it's like, holy man, it moved a lot. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But I was just, you get sawed off, you break as many bats as you do against him. I got tired of it. So I had the guys order me a 35, 32, because they come with bigger barrels. So I just cut off the handle a little bit, probably made it a 32-inch bat. Put a handle on it, so I was just trying to get as much damn barrel on the ball as I could. I was, you break my damn bat every time. So I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and break it for you at the beginning, and hopefully this works.
The rest is history, as they say.
But I mean, it maybe worked one time. But you go back to the regular bat, and it's more times than not the same results. But Mariano was when he was in the game, you knew it was going to be tough.
But that's a testament to figuring it out. Like, this isn't working. Try something different. It's called insanity. Don't do the same thing over and over, expecting the same result.
It's a game of adjustments, man, on a daily basis. Especially now with the way towards the end of my career, it was a little different early on because you'd see guys more often. These days, heck, you could see hundreds and hundreds of guys by the end of the season, and not even face everybody. It's kind of it's tougher. It's tougher these days to hit, but that's the way these kids are coming up now. So it's accustomed to them. So it's it takes guys that have been around a little bit to adjust to it, but it's what it's all about, adjustments.
All right. Well, I started this interview mentioning hunting, and this is my final question. What animals have you killed lately down in Georgia?
None down in Georgia. I have a farm out in Ohio that I try to get out to as much as I can. I try to bring the boys out as much as they can. It's just a deer farm out there, raise deer, and we like to do our good bit of hunting out there.
My man,
I'm going to Alaska with JJ Hardy next year.
you doing that again?
Yes, we are going to do moose and grizzly.
Are you okay? You're gonna scale
Grizzly
that
bears?
mountain?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember last time you guys scaled a mountain for that goat.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh shit!
Oh my God! For those watching on YouTube,
There he is. I remember the video you said. I'm like, bro, you scaled that damn mountain for that goat.
Yeah, man, it's fun. And me and JJ, we were in a we spent quality time one day together. We spent 18 hours in a 2-man tent,
that's quality time.
just sitting with each other. It was me and JJ know each other pretty well.
I gotta follow up. How do you hunt a bear like a grizzly? I mean,
There's different ways to hunt bears. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to hunt grizzly, but I'm super excited, and I think it's a 14-day hunt, and we're going to have a bunch of fun.
well, hopefully it'll fit in his garage, Adam.
That is amazing. Oh, so you got plenty of space. It'll fit.
It'll fit.
It'll fit.
All right. Well, shoot them straight.
Yeah,
Make sure you shoot 'em straight. Also on the golf course, too. If you're ever on there.
Well, hey, man, appreciate your time, dog. I know you don't do much. You like to be left alone, and I like to leave you alone. Trust me, Jerry's been on my ass about it. I like to leave you alone. But you're going to the Hall of Fame this week. This is the time to celebrate you. Come out, put a smile on your face for a few hours, okay? Put it for a few hours, and then go back home and go back and be a hermit and go back to the farm. Okay.
I can do that for you, Jones. I appreciate you guys having me on, and I'm sure I'll see you guys shortly.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Nick. Thanks.
More to come on the Adam Jones podcast after these messages. Effective Solutions, your one-stop shop for commercial contracting. Everything from excavation and site development to emergency remediation and restoration. Effective Solutions specializes in many forms of commercial and mixed-use construction. With a dedicated staff and a commitment to quality, Effective Solutions delivers every time. There are a lot of ways to make whiskey, but there's only one way to make Jack Daniels. At Jack Daniels, they charcoal mellow every drop, only using water from Cave Spring Hollow in Tennessee. When you make your own label, you make everything else yours too. But we don't need to tell you that, do we? Make it count. Jack Daniels. Please drink responsibly. Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old No. 7 are registered trademarks. 2022. Jack Daniels. All rights reserved. The Adam Jones podcast welcomes Relief Shop. Shop Maryland's largest adult use and medical cannabis menu, located at 1114 Cathedral Street in Baltimore, with medical delivery available throughout Maryland 7 days a week. Only at Relief Shop.
Your fun awaits at Hollywood Casino Perryville. Feed the whole crew with something for everyone, from cheesesteaks to crab cake sandwiches. Plus, ask how you can get a $15 dining credit. Get in on the gaming action with the hottest slots and your favorite table games like blackjack, roulette, and poker. Free live shows every Friday and Saturday. Come experience non-stop fun and excitement only at Hollywood Casino Perryville.
Hey Baltimore, Monument City Brewing has been crafting the best beer in Maryland since 2014. Located at 1 North Haven Street in Baltimore, you've seen us at the ballpark. Now drop by our tasting room. Open Thursday through Sunday with events, music, and great food trucks. And this year we are honored to collaborate with Adam Jones and the Adam Jones Podcast with Simply AJ Ballpark IPA, available throughout the baseball season. It's going to be a great year, Baltimore. Visit us online at monumentcitybrewing.com or follow us on Instagram at Monument City Brewing. Listeners, tell your friends. The Baltimore Police Department is hiring the next generation of officers. Starting salary is over $61,000. Plus, you'll receive an additional $10,000 signing bonus upon swearing in. Apply today to start your career in public safety. This is a great opportunity to serve the city you love and start a career that makes a difference in your community. Apply now at bpdrecruit.org. It's the perfect time to check out a spacious and reliable new Toyota SUV, like a RAV4, with available all-wheel drive and plenty of cargo space. You'll go from errands to adventures in no time. Plus, available features like wireless charging will keep you connected. Or check out a Highlander with seating for up to 8. It's a hub for family adventure. Your Toyota dealer is getting new vehicles in stock regularly, so don't wait. Find deals on a RAV4 or Highlander at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
All right. Well, we can finally check him off the list after 85 episodes, AJ.
We got him. We got him. I mean, but that's Nick. Like again, I left him alone for so long because I know that he likes to be left alone. So again, he likes to be going bear hunts and hunting goats and stuff. So, I had to. I told him that, look, this is a special time in his career and a moment that he needs to embrace. You worked your ass for it. I know he doesn't play the game for recognition, but the game is recognizing his play. So, hey, put a smile on your face for a few hours, Nick, just for a few hours, then go back and, get back to what you're doing.
Great guy and certainly a fan favorite, no doubt about that. All right, let's get to For the Bird, sponsored by our friends over at the Maryland Lottery. Hey, when you play the Maryland Lottery, set limits, never play when you're stressed, and know your odds of winning. To learn more, visit mdlottery.com/play responsibly, and you must be 18 years or older to play. Now, you were at the Little League Classic this week with the 12-year-old kids watching the Yankees and Tigers from historic Bowman Field. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see that special ticket. Tell us about the experience as you actually made the journey, north from Baltimore.
Yeah, it was a nice 2.5-hour drive up north, and it was beautiful, scenic. I've never really been all the way up 83, never been through Harrisburg and all that, but it was just absolutely amazing. First off, I love how they separate the kids and the parents. I love that the kids can go to the village and be just kids and just be around each other. These kids are old enough. They've all been camps and sleepovers, so they know how to handle themselves. And it was fantastic to be just a part of it. And for me, I did the other approach. Instead of just going and just watching the kids, I interacted with them in a different way. I've been asked for autographs all my whole damn career. Yelled at, screamed, chased. What did I do? I did the same things to these kids. I went up there. Oh yeah. I was like, man, I got Team Australia. I got Team Cuba. Good thing I speak Spanish. I think I got probably over 100 autographs on my that big ball, because they ain't gonna sign that little ball. They autographs. They didn't even got real autographs. And they were so juiced that I was asking them for their autographs, and the parents were happy. And then we shared pins. If you're watching on YouTube, I have a video of me sharing the pins, and my favorite one was an Uncrustable one and the Australian one with the triplets, the first triplets to ever play. So it was just a fantastic time, man, to just be a kid. Again, I checked these two things off my bucket list this year with Cooperstown and Williamsport, but Cooperstown is different. That's Hall of Fame. This is the Little League World Series. This is the youth part of the game, and it's great that they structured it to where the kids get to be celebs and get to be cool for a moment. And another great moment was Jazz Chisholm and Lil McGee. So crazy backstory is LaRon McGee, his father, went to the same high school that I did. He's a few years older than me. And when I was in high school, he used to talk to me and mentor me while I was in high school. So full circle comes around. I'm sitting at we're at Brick House or something like that, eating dinner. Somebody taps me on the shoulder. It's LaRon, the kid's dad. And he comes over and is like, yeah, man, my son's in here. You see him on Sports Centers with Jazz right now on the bus, and put his necklace on Jazz on my son and stuff. And just we were able to catch up and talk about, the journey of all this. Now he's a parent doing it. So it was just a full circle event. And, I love the role that I have with Major League Baseball. It allows me to be a kid in the game. It allows me to be a fan. Obviously, I get the access to be on the field and go into clubhouses, but I'm also allowed to be a fan. I can sit there in the stands and have a dog. I had a root beer float at the game. Like, come on. I was able to just be a kid, and that was one thing that, I definitely would do that again. I would definitely do that. And I did not go down the slide. Breaking news. I did not go down the slide. I sized it up.
There's no video out there.
No, I sized it up. I seen people going. I scouted it, and I was just like, I'm gonna play golf next week, and I don't want to be a meme.
Oh, come on, man.
No, I don't want to be a meme. The major leaguers that are doing it are been in shape and stretching. I will tumble and I will do this flail. I said I'm not gonna be a meme. I made an executive, personal, physical decision to not do it. All the people that participated, kudos to you. That hill's a little too steep. I got a little bit too much velocity going down. The brakes don't work.
The kids should have age shamed you. They should have said, old man, go down that hill.
Hey, that still wouldn't work. The one thing that don't work with me is peer pressure. I did it. You know what I mean? You're not going to make me do something
a different direction. Right.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine if I did that and I couldn't golf. I would be mad.
Oh, God forbid.
God forbid. If you did that and you can't play tennis, you'd be mad.
My life would be altered too.
See?
All right. Sounds like fun at the Little League World Series. And the Yankees lost, which made it better for Orioles fans.
Oh, even better. Walk-off loss. I mean, you're talking about the game. The game was what it should have been, too. It was a low-scoring game. Obviously, those are boring, but those are good, too. All the scoring happened in the ending. And, you get a game-time hit, and you get a walk-off hit. That's what it's about. And the kids were supposed to leave 2 innings earlier, but the game was so close that they were like, "No, can we stay?" And it was moving fast. And it was a great, great game. Great atmosphere.
It really was. It was fun to watch. All right, let's venture beyond Baltimore, a national and sometimes international perspective. It's brought to you by our friends at, Relief Medical Marijuana Dispensary, where they go above and beyond to help you, the patient. Now, this isn't socially speaking. That's coming up. But I did want to address some of your social media posts of late, asking the general public in places like Baltimore or Milwaukee or Alabama about playing golf in the morning with a complete stranger.
Hey,
how's that worked out?
Social media is a great tool for a lot of things. What's crazy is one dude reached out to me. I took a picture with his girlfriend, and he reached out to me through social media. He was like, "Hey, can you sign this picture for my girlfriend? It's a present for her and all that." Boyfriend of the year right there. Cool. I can meet up with you and sign this. Doesn't take too much time out of my day. Now with the golfing, I like to golf, as we all know, and there's plenty of people out there that like to golf. Now, I've definitely vet the process. You know what I mean? I'm not golfing with people that I know. I've never seen put golf in their profile or post anything. Like, come on. If you just want to be a fan to say that, I'm not going to golf with you. But I actually have golfed with a few guys that have been awesome. And again, I vet the process, but I'm definitely willing to golf with some guy. Look, if we're at a country club out in the open, you ain't going to harm me out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying that they can just bother the crap out of you for 3 hours.
That's fine. Hey, that's fine. I play the course.
I only do it for an hour.
I play the entire course so much that I can separate myself at times. You know what I mean? If
there's never been any regrets. Never any regrets after playing.
No. If I'm 150 yards in, I take 2 clubs and I take my putter and I walk up there. Don't worry about it. You take the cart. Yeah, don't worry about it. So I know how to get my alone time with playing with random people. But it's fun. You know what I mean? It's all about the game, man. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know the resources. I met some private wealth executives. I met some lawyers. I met some different people in all different fields, man. And people that, again, I'll tell you, if you can teach me something in the game because you've probably been golfing longer, hey, we out here doing the same thing. Let's get around it and have a good time.
All right, we'll check in with you next week because you're golfing with another stranger coming up this week. Hopefully you'll be available for next week's podcast. All right, let's hit socially speaking. This is where we answer a post on social media, whether it be X or Facebook or Instagram, and you have a chance to win a $50 gift card from our friends at Lido Pizza, proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles, also the official pizza of the Adam Jones podcast. And again, you can find us on social media like these people that want to play golf with Adam at Adam Jones Pod. And you were with a group of kids recently. You FaceTime one Manuel Machado, and this elicited this response from Jay at the Real Jay Hall. Thanks for shining a light on the kids, and Manny's always been a great with the fans and kids, but the media doesn't always show it. As a middle school leader, always good to see AJ. So great suck-up tweet after you bothered Manny as he was trying to get ready to play a baseball game.
Well, man, I was down in San Diego doing the Tony Gwynn Legacy East camp, and I hit up Manny. I was like, "Look, all these kids love you. They're always talking about you. They're all 12. They're 10 to 14, and who's the biggest guy in San Diego right now? It's Manny Machado." So I was like, "Hey, Manny, you on your way to the ballpark when you get there? If you got time, FaceTime these young kids. Hey, just 1 minute out your day before it's a Sunday game. I know the time. And I always respect the guys' times too. That's one thing that's important." And he was like, "Yeah, no problem. Just give me a minute to put on some clothes and stuff like that." And FaceTimed them, and those kids went nuts. The parents went nuts. And again, the parents were such at a distance. They didn't understand the commotion, and the kids went back over there to him, telling him what just happened. And that's what that's what true character is to me. Expanding the game. Again, Manny's going to answer my call because we're friends and all that stuff. But Manny's answering the call because he's knowing that, look, these young kids look up to him. This 1 minute that's a lasting moment. Like, we can retweet that and retweet that and retweet that. Parents have this on video on their phone that they're showing people. Like, that's a lasting impression. And the media, Manny don't give a damn about the media. He don't care about them. He don't care about what they say. Again, I had to damn near say choice words to an elder Orioles fan that when the Padres were here, because she was like, man, he's just an asshole and cocky. And I'm like, do you know him? And I just explained it. I'm not going to go into great detail about how I explained it. But I'm like, because you see it on, she's like, because Willie High on TV. I'm like, okay. That lets me know that, TV programming creates a lot of opinions that are false. Manny's always been awesome. He's always been accountable. He posts. We all know that. And, he's there for the kids. He's there, and especially at this point in his career, he knows that he's in the other side of his career where he's the mentor now. He was the mentee and then the leader, and he's still the leader. But now he understands that he's the mentor. And giving his time to those kids was amazing. And he just done so much in San Diego. But again, in Baltimore, we don't see it because it's a completely different market. But he does so much in San Diego, and I'm grateful because that's my hometown. And all my friends and family text me all the time about all the cool things that he's doing there.
That was very cool of him to do. And I've always said the most valuable thing we have in life is time. And he gave up some of his time to help you with those kids. Excellent job. All right. We want to thank our sponsors. We love them. And please go out and support them. They make this podcast possible.
The Adam Jones Podcast is brought to you by our friends at the Weinman Company. Everyone knows Greenmount Station in Hampstead, but did you know that at Greenmount Station you can bet 7 days a week just like you're at the track? With in-person teller windows and state-of-the-art touchscreen kiosks. And with Greenmount Station's brand new Bet Park Sportsbook, you can bet on all other sports as well, wherever you are in Maryland. Spreads, money lines, live bets, props, parlays, and teasers. The Bet Parks Maryland mobile app is now live for Apple and Android devices, so you'll never miss your next big score. Just search for Bet Parks MD in the Apple App Store or on Google Play. And for a limited time, 21 and over Adam Jones podcast listeners can get a $75 gift card to Greenmount Station simply for opening a new account with promo code GMS and a minimum $50 initial deposit. $75 gift card for new users in Maryland only. 21 and over only. Please play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. The Adam Jones Podcast is brought to you by Jimmy's Famous Seafood, Charm City's favorite crab cake destination. Local sports fan, experience the ultimate pregame party at the tailgate. Cheer on the Ravens with iconic live performances, an open bar, and mouth-watering eats. Can't make it? No worries. Bring the same food that caught the attention of the Food Network right to your doorstep. Shipping East Coast recipes nationwide. Jimmy's Famous Seafood is the official sponsor of the guests appearing on the Adam Jones Podcast.
Take me out to the ball game.
Take me out with the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
I don't care if I never get back.
Marylanders are adding a seventh-inning stretch to their day with fast play home run riches from the Maryland Lottery. You could win a progressive jackpot instantly and enter to win cash for Orioles home runs.
It's my new ball game.
Hey, it's savings season at Lido Pizza. 99-cent refreshing iced teas all summer, or $6 calzones every Tuesday. There are tons of new deals and rewards for everyone. Proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles, Baltimore Ravens, and the Adam Jones Podcast. Lido Pizza, a local legend since 1955. Exclusively at LidoPizza.com or on the Lido Pizza app. Effective Solutions, your one-stop shop for commercial contracting. Everything from excavation and site development to emergency remediation and restoration. Effective Solutions specializes in many forms of commercial and mixed-use construction. With a dedicated staff and a commitment to quality, Effective Solutions delivers every time. There are a lot of ways to make whiskey, but there's only one way to make Jack Daniels. At Jack Daniels, they charcoal mellow every drop, only using water from Cave Spring Hollow in Tennessee. When you make your own label, you make everything else yours too. But we don't need to tell you that, do we? Make it count. Jack Daniels. Please drink responsibly. Tennessee whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniels and Old No. 7 are registered trademarks. 2022. Jack Daniels. All rights reserved. The Adam Jones Podcast welcomes Relief Shop. Shop Maryland's largest adult use and medical cannabis menu, located at 1114 Cathedral Street in Baltimore, with medical delivery available throughout Maryland 7 days a week. Only at Relief Shop.
Your fun awaits at Hollywood Casino Perryville. Feed the whole crew with something for everyone, from cheesesteaks to crab cake sandwiches. Plus, ask how you can get a $15 dining credit. Get in on the gaming action with the hottest slots and your favorite table games like blackjack, roulette, and poker. Free live shows every Friday and Saturday. Come experience non-stop fun and excitement only at Hollywood Casino Perryville.
Hey Baltimore, Monument City Brewing has been crafting the best beer in Maryland since 2014. Located at 1 North Haven Street in Baltimore, you've seen us at the ballpark. Now drop by our tasting room. Open Thursday through Sunday with events, music, and great food trucks. And this year we are honored to collaborate with Adam Jones and the Adam Jones Podcast with Simply AJ Ballpark IPA, available throughout the baseball season. It's going to be a great year, Baltimore. Visit us online at monumentcitybrewing.com or follow us on Instagram at Monument City Brewing. Keeping Baltimore safe is an incredibly important job, and protecting those who keep us safe is equally important. The Baltimore Police Department leads the nation in supporting its officers with innovative wellness programs, free fitness classes, counseling services, citywide discounts, and more. Right now, the BPD is hiring. Join now and receive a $10,000 signing bonus upon swearing in. Build a meaningful career in public safety with the BPD and get the support you need to serve Baltimore effectively. Apply now at bpdrecruit.org. It's the perfect time to check out a spacious and reliable new Toyota SUV. Like a RAV4, with available all-wheel drive and plenty of cargo space, you'll go from errands to adventures in no time. Plus, available features like wireless charging will keep you connected. Or check out a Highlander with seating for up to 8. It's a hub for family adventure. Your Toyota dealer is getting new vehicles in stock regularly. So don't wait. Find deals on a RAV4 or Highlander at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
So to senior executive producer Chip Franklin, thanks for putting this latest episode together. Chip's a rare breed. He embraces both going to the dentist and rush hour traffic. I can't fathom that. Go out and subscribe to the Baltimore Banner. Until next time, be kind, be real, and make sure to be back next week for another episode of the Adam Jones Podcast.